Today marks 2 years since a winter storm virtually shut down the state of Texas, leaving millions of us without power.
And on this day in 2021, every county in the state was under a winter storm warning.
246 people died across the state as a result of that winter storm.
And as the night team's Patty Santos explains, it's led to changes that could prepare us if we're ever under a freeze again.
I kept saying it was going to snow, but I didn't think it was going to happen.
Once that storm hit February 14, 2021, things went downhill quickly.
It was cold and we had no electricity, which was like miserable.
It was one of the worst winter storms in Texas history. The Texas power grid wasn't ready for the cold. Some cities didn't have a plan of action to get people to warming centers, and roads were impassable for days.
It actually really was an awakening, I'm just going to say, for everybody.
It was a tough lesson on how to be better prepared, some survivors say.
I invested in a generator, so just in case. I said, if this happens to me again, I'm not going to be freezing.
And they hope community leaders have learned too. ERCOT, the Public Utility Commission of Texas, and CPS Energy announced changes and ongoing improvements to the power grid. 2 years later, the state now calls for power plant inspections. The city of San Antonio sets aside millions from its annual budget for disaster shelter space. But most importantly, Mayor Ron Nirenberg says communication is improving.
We've drastically improved the communications and alert system at CPS. We've also improved the cross-collaboration between agencies at SAWS and CPS.
Following the 2021 storm, City Council approved upgrades to first responders' buildings to include generators. There were updates to the registry for San Antonio's vulnerable population. And last fall, the city approved funds to create an emergency supply bunker to store things like water bottles and food. But are we ready? Residents say only the next natural disaster can really test us.
I just hope that we are.
Patty Santos, KSAT 12 News.